Welcome to Midday Kentucky, everyone. Well, as you can see, Katie isn't in her chair. She had to take off and do some personal errands. So it's Eric and me, the Bro Show.
The Bro Show.
Do we
Brace
like that?
yourselves. I think so. We can get by
It's our
without
first Bro
it.
Show.
It is. This is going to be a learning yet bonding experience here for the next hour. So we're glad you're with us. We've got some fun
A
stuff.
bonding experience.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you ready?
I am. Let's
so I'm
get
going
into
to kick it off with this one
All right.
for you. Well, on December 22nd, news broke that the Rockettes would be performing at the President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration in January. Now, initially, it was reported that some of the dancers were contractually obligated to perform at the ceremony, despite expressing that they did not want to be there. The Madison Square Garden Company pushed back on that Friday, announcing in a statement that every Rockette must voluntarily sign up for every event she performs in. But some Rockettes say they still fear for their jobs if they sit this performance out. Now, one Rockette is publicly speaking out about the controversy. She gave an interview to Marie Claire, and she is basically saying they've now come around and said, if you don't want to be there, you don't have to be there.
Okay.
But here's my point to you. Let's just say you're hired to do a particular job. They're hired to perform as
Correct.
Rockettes. Now, the Rockette company decided to use that group at the President-elect inauguration, yeah?
Yes.
They don't want to do it.
Correct.
But yet they're in fear of losing their jobs if they don't do it. They're not wanting to do it because, not necessarily because Donald Trump is Republican. It is not about that. It's about they don't stand for the way his views and thoughts are over the election campaign.
Correct.
What's scary is, do you think it's fair that they could be targeted now, even though their boss is saying, oh no, you don't have to be there?
It's one of those things of, do you want to volunteer? We're looking for volunteers, and then if you don't go to maybe an extracurricular activity, does that make you a bad team player, potentially? I mean, I don't know. The competition to become a Rockette has to be impressive. You know, there's a long list of people that will take your job.
Long legs and high heels. That's what you're going to be.
And a good high kick. That's right. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I hate to see the company say, you know, this is optional, and then kind of take it back where, you know, you're not quite meeting it out there on the stage.
But do you think it's fair that they now feel like they could lose their job if they don't go?
Well, it's made pretty public now on social media, so I think they could just
But
say...
you're still not giving me your opinion.
You noticed, but yeah, okay.
I keep pushing on you. Okay,
I keep deflecting.
Okay. Well, if eating food waste, I'm telling you, doesn't sound too appetizing, this might change your mind. A restaurant in Berlin called Completely Happy makes its dishes almost entirely out of items rejected by other food vendors. Now, the non-for-profit eatery opened in May also hosts workshops to teach people how to waste less food. Where they're collecting their food from are restaurants, their supermarkets, wholesalers, that the food might be out of date or going out of date. So instead of these places throwing it all out, they're giving it to this non-profit restaurant. I want to show you some of the food that comes up. Now this is one of the meals. They're basically, this is tofu balls, as you can see. It looks very appetizing to me. I wouldn't say no to it.
As long as it didn't smell unpleasant, if it, you know, then that might change. Visually, it looks very nice.
That's what they're saying. Visually, it tastes nice. That it looks nice, but they're not saying that the food is off. It's not rotten. It's not anything like that. The whole premise behind this store is that let's not waste more food. The pumpkin soup looks perfectly fine to me. I'd eat it.
I feel like
I don't know.
a squash or a gourd has a little more longevity.
If it's a day or two old and you know, it gives me a bit of food poisoning, at least I'll lose a bit of weight.
Okay.
That could be the next, you know, issue that could be, you know.
But these are not leftovers. It's not like it was on someone's plate. It's just stuff that, you know, it expires within the next few days. Let's put it on a plate.
But don't you think that's a good thing?
Well,
I also think, you know, I don't know what the, you know, we have the God's Food Pantry come in here, and you've been here long enough to know what it's like for the homeless people as well. I know in Utah we used to try to get the local restaurants and the local bakeries and the local supermarkets to donate the food. But there's also a lot of health implications with that, with the government laws and things like that. I don't know where you start. I think this is a great thing that Berlin's doing to begin with.
It's a start.
It is a start.
Hopefully they fine-tune that.
Okay, we didn't have any time off over Christmas.
No, we didn't.
But I'm sure a lot of our viewers are still on their holidays.
Yes.
Okay.
It takes a while to kind of get, and we got another one coming up this weekend.
We have
too.
another one coming up. Well, I thought if you wanted to get over your post-vacation blues, here are 5 simple ways.
Number 1, take another vacation.
No, it's like plan your trip.
Oh, okay.
You're almost there.
All right, I
You're
like to
almost
just
there.
go for the kill.
Okay, and I think by planning a trip, like I know when I planned my Mexico trip with my old co-anchor for her wedding in 2 weeks' time or something, I've been excited about that.
Yeah, something
because I sort of
to
feel
look forward to.
Thank you. I agree with you. Recreate your favorite meal from your vacation. Well, please, if I'm on
Easier
vacation,
said than done.
I ain't cooking. Agree? Clean out your house. Why would you bother doing that? I don't quite understand that. Let me explain what they say about this. Nothing proves living with less is possible like having to live out of a suitcase for a few days. Allow your vacation to motivate you to finally declutter and de-stress your life.
I don't like that one.
That's too much
No,
work.
I'd rather try and recreate the meal.
Okay, I like this one. Frame your favorite memories. I do like that. I do have, what do you call them? Photo albums.
Photo albums,
I'm
yep.
a little old-fashioned with that still.
Plus, all over the walls, I mean, we got room, you know?
Okay.
You got to
I
decorate
got
it
you.
and say, and then when you have people over, too, you get to talk about the awesome time you had on your vacation.
Well, I also think it's good, like when you go away with some friends, and then you get together maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and you talk about all the relaxing times.
Yeah.
Agree?
That's that's better than cleaning out your house, I think.
I wouldn't be doing that at all. Well, there it is. Make time for relaxation. I was almost there. Absolutely perfect. And, just take that little bit of extra time. All right? You ready for the next one?
Well, I was going to say on that one, I mean, you don't have to have huge trips. You can do smaller, maybe just little weekend getaways.
Well, I have noticed that in Kentucky there are some amazing places that
Oh,
you
yeah.
could just go for a drive, a couple of hours drive. And
Even that, check out our state resort parks. Phenomenal. They're all over the place. Most of them have golf courses too, if that's your thing.
I was going to say that's your
Well,
thing. You
okay,
love the
that's
golf
my
course.
thing. But yeah, beautiful bodies of water, cabins, everything, all in one park right here in our
Well,
backyard.
do you remember a few weeks ago, everyone, I told you about this website called Only in Kentucky? It is the most amazing website that gives you little towns to go to, little restaurants that might not necessarily just be right here in Lexington. It's a good idea. Okay, you ready for this?
Oh,
you know I love a diet,
this
everyone.
one I don't
and
like.
I love everything that could be the latest trend
Okay.
for 2017. We'll move over kale and coconut water, jackfruit and cactus juice are the latest must-haves for food when it comes to losing weight. Leading nutritionists have revealed the top foods and drink to help you lose the weight in 2017. Now, the picture that you're looking at now is jackfruit. Why? Studies have shown that jackfruit has anti-inflammatory properties which can be important aspects of preventing obesity.
It just looks weird.
It just looks
just
awful.
looks
And I
weird.
have
Kinda
tried
like
it.
like a
and
fungus.
It's disgusting.
Okay.
It's absolutely
I'll
disgusting.
take your word for it.
Plant water.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure what that meant at first. Well, following on from the coconut water boom, Frida Harjari, in the in-house nutritionist at the health app Lifesum, reckons we'll be seeing more plant waters being used over the next year with our diets. What they're saying with this is a cactus plant water is set to be huge. It has health benefits that include help fighting high cholesterol levels and curing the hangover. There's one for you. Curing the hangover, my friend.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate that.
Okay, seaweed, absolutely adore it. After being mainstream in Asian cuisine, as we all know, this is one of my favorites.
Really?
Seaweed. You don't like it?
I'm not a huge fan.
Why not?
It's on the outside of sushi, correct? Sometimes
Yes.
the
Oh, but
seaweed
this is a seaweed salad
Yeah,
as well.
well, that doesn't
No,
look
you
as
should try it.
appetizing.
It's really yummy.
Doesn't look as
But they
appetizing.
also say naturally low in calories, seaweed can add an extra dimension to a wide range of dishes. Not everyone loves it. But
You
I'm
try
telling
those
you.
out. You try those out. Let me know how it goes. All right?
Okay. All right.